It's God's the beat maker.
And I don't know. I will put a light in the sky for the G's that done turn memory from go. Blessings we send to the ghetto youth, them where I take the tick.
So we have an interesting clip here coming up as usual. All the shock and awe is out the window when it comes to a lot of these things. And we have a trans couple here, which is not uncommon nowadays. When you see who's carrying the baby and who's actually the one who's the donor, for lack of a better term. And that's what we're gonna see here, guys. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and play this story here, and I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts on it. Let's go.
I'm Precious Davis. I'm 29 years old. I'm getting married to Miles Brady. We are a trans couple. I remember growing up telling my grandmother, I'm a girl and I want to play with girl things. My grandmother said to me, don't ever say that ever again. That's not how God made you. And so I don't see my birth family. I knew there was a longing that I was a beautiful person and that I deserved love, but I didn't think that day would come. And then Miles and I met working at an LGBT program.
I heard this click, 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 click noise, and I turned around and I saw her like storming this hallway with these high heels on. I knew, this is what you've been looking for your entire life. This is your soulmate.
Oh my God, I love it. It's perfect.
You think Miles is gonna love it?
I can't wait to marry him. Oh my God, I'm gonna be just such a... The union that Miles and I represent is a moment for the entire trans community. It's larger than our gender, and it's love, ultimately.
So that's one part of it right there. We're going to go ahead and get on to the next part, as relationships and married couples do. And you guys check this out. Let's go.
I'm Precious. This is my husband, Miles, and he's pregnant.
Popped. The masculine version of pregnant.
We're having a baby.
Oh, wow.
That's so cool. Miles and I are a trans family. I identify as a trans woman, and Miles identifies as a trans man. Can I have those shoes? In some sense, it upsets me that I can't physically carry a child, but my husband can. I think Miles is handsome in this state, and he's glowing, and...
It's a very masculine glow, though. It's a very masculine glow. Good morning, love. I'm starving.
Are you starving?
Yeah. And you know what my go-to is?
You want that soul food.
I need my soul food. I need some macaroni and cheese. I need some yams. I need some cornbread. That's what the baby wants. It's not me. It's the baby.
Miles and I have literally switched. I think we should have some eggs. Let's have some
Precious,
toast.
I'm pregnant. Order the food. Thank you.
Normally, I'm the diva of the relationship and Miles caters to my every whim. So I'm glad to play vice versa.
Oh,
here.
I was gonna, this entire 9 months, the second we found out I was pregnant, I was like, oh, I'm about to live this up. When are we gonna have the conversation with our kid about us being trans?
No, from the time that she's born, we're gonna expose her to diversity and let her know that families come in all shapes and sizes. So by the time that she can understand that her parents are trans, it's something that she can be proud of.
I knew very early on that I was different. I was my parents' beautiful little girl, but I had an older brother and I felt like I was just like him, but I knew that my body looked a lot different from his body, and I didn't understand that. I actually came out in 1986 when I was 5 years old, and I didn't even come out as trans because that wasn't even a part of me or my family's vocabulary. I just told my parents I felt more comfortable dressing masculine and even being referred to in masculine pronouns. Instantly, they started like reading books on what was going on with this, and they just loved and nurtured me through the whole thing. In my 20s, I did start taking testosterone to be able to grow facial hair. But the things that it did to me psychologically, I mean, it just everything aligned.
So as you guys see, this is quite a world we live in, where the transition, even though they both transitioned, one of them still was able to get pregnant and is going to have a baby, even though despite taking hormones and all these different things on both ends. I only seen these clips, so I don't know if one impregnated the other, if that's how it went, or if they used a donor. Maybe I missed that part in the video, but we see a lot of these and they're on the covers of magazines and it is popping up left and right. I did a video in the past in reference to the stud hustle, and they end up doing things like this, and it leaves some guy out there poor and heartbroken and like, what happened? I thought blah blah blah. And hey fellas, you got to be more careful. You never know. But this is where the world is going to now. This is going to become a norm. I'm speechless. But let me know what you guys thoughts. What do you guys think about all this? Do you think that this is going to become like extremely normal, like every other family is going to be doing this now, and that hormone, like, I just to get into when you actually get pregnant, I think if they haven't already tried, they're going to be trying to change the sex at birth. Before, when they're still in the womb, they're actually going to be messing with DNA, which is a very scary thing when you think about it, especially when we get into the point where, okay, if you can choose the sex, well, what about the gender? Since you can choose your gender at will, I can choose to be a man today and choose to be a woman tomorrow, then turn around the next day and choose to be a man again. It's fluid, right? It's gender fluid. So I can choose to do that at will. This is a reality now, guys. Hate it, love it, like it, all these things, but this is the reality. Here in the States, we're able to do these things, and as the United States, this is being pushed onto a lot of countries, and there are repercussions if these countries don't fall in line. There are sanctions put in place. There are all these other things if they don't get in line. Well, certain countries, because we all know that the US isn't going to try to impose this on a few countries at the end of the day, and we all know who those countries are, which is, I'm not going to speak on or say anything about that, but we all have an understanding. So as long as we all have an understanding on that, we know what time it is, guys. What do you guys think? I want to hear your thoughts. Comment below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit me up on Linktree to book a one-on-one with yours truly. Purchase all my books, merch, t-shirts. It helps to support the channel. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. With that being said, much blessings and abundance. Stick around for the next video that's going to pop up on the screen below. That's where I'm going to see you guys at. This is your favorite everything. This is Wisdom. I'm out of here. Peace.
It's God's the beat maker.
And I don't know. I will put a light in the sky for the G's that done turn memory from go. Blessings we send to the ghetto youth them.
Yeah.
50 Cent.
50. Part 2.
Bring it back.
Yeah.
Can't forget Tony.
50.
UK.